another thing I noticed in the show too, so we're seeing great performances from Ashanti, great performances from Maxwell, and you know, and then out walks Summer Walker, and she literally just stands there with her mic, and she's woo, 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 woo. And I'm just like, no shame at all. Like these younger artists, I don't know if they. I mean, we know they don't have the development, but when you see what Ashanti did on the stage, what Maxwell did on that stage, and you walk out there and just stand in one spot and sing your song, and the other girl, Ari Lennox, she did the same thing. And you're young, you're fresh out the box. You can't do a little jig. You can't you know do something like you can't get the. It's just no. It was just a soulless um performance, and I think that's another thing too. These new artists, they don't connect with me because there's no soul to anything they're doing. Like it's just so paint by the numbers, robotic. Lucky Day, I actually like Lucky Day, but I was bored by his performance too. I just didn't, it didn't move me. And was it just me, or was everybody lip syncing except Shanti? I feel like everybody was lip syncing. It looks that way when you guys go check out those clips and look for yourself.
Mm.
Now there is there's a lot of technology and the art to it. Mariah Carey has perfected it, where the voice is playing, where the voice comes in, so
Yeah.
you have an opportunity to take a breath on the mic or say something and then go back into lip syncing. And I felt like that with several performances. They were just a little too perfect. And I
Yeah.
know I've seen certain people live, especially Maxwell live, and there's breaths, there's times where he's out of breath, there's times where he's not hitting the note quite. So it's just a little too perfect. So that's just my observation. But back to what I was saying, the younger artists, they need to step the performances up. They do. And if you're going to win over people like us, you're going to have to bring more to that stage. Now, I will say that Silk Sonic, they they have the ingredients. It's a little paint by the numbers as well, the performance, but I thought they were lip syncing as well. But um they do understand the art of performing. Bruno Mars has been performing for years, and he's been an impersonator for years. So he's
Yeah.
I mean, literally, he used to, and impersonate like Elvis when he was a
Okay.
kid, and Michael and all those different people. But yeah. So,
Yeah, no, I
what
think
are your
what's
thoughts?
what's happened is that there's been more of an emphasis on the image, you know,
Yeah,
Namadi and
she looks cute. She looks sexy.
the so it's more about the well, even strange enough, how can hip hop artists be outperforming R&B artists? You know,
Right.
Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B, love them or loathe them, they put on a show when they perform, and R&B artists, I don't. So you're not talking about um, the fact that they're singing a slow track, but it's like
Mm-mm.
how they're trying to interpret the music as they're performing it. And even if it's a slow track,
Right.
you can feel like I've seen Elder Barge, sing slow tracks, and he's almost as if, oh, if I don't sing it properly, I'm not going to get my food, kind of thing.
Right.
And I
Is
think
this
like,
passion? There's
yeah,
there's there's emoting. They're
yeah,
emoting. That's another thing that's missing. When Summer Walker was up there, she wasn't emoting any of the lyrics. It was literally like she was just kind of like I could see her sipping a cocktail and just kind of sit back, talk to her girls. But it's like really like reserved, and like I really don't want to be in a conversation. Like Summer Walker always gives off this "I'm over it." That's the title of her first album, I believe. Uh, "I'm over it" thing, where she doesn't even. It doesn't seem like she even wants to be there. Doesn't really want to sing. But go watch that clip. So you'll see for yourself. I mean, she is an
okay,
attractive young girl. So is Ari Lennox. And Ari Lennox, she did a little bit better. She needs some work. And as far as performance, her voice, she's a great singer. It's just that I think she could get more attention if she was a better performer. There are people that can stand on stage and still be interesting. Erica Badu, Patti LaBelle, Whitney Houston. They have slow songs that they can get into, and it's just a certain performance to it. I
mm,
can't explain it, but there's something missing from that performance. It doesn't do anything for me. But
mm,
Summer Walker is kind of not the same thing, but kind of what was the allure of Ashanti. When Ashanti, she wasn't the greatest singer, but I think what we're missing, or what you were missing with her, was that she's a songwriter. That song "Foolish" lyrically really hit a place with a lot of the female fans, and they really resonate with those lyrics. Summer Walker, that's the same thing with her new album. It resonates with women, so I'll give them that.
Yeah,
You
but are we talking? Because as I said, the fact that it crossed over.
know.
My thoughts were it was the Biggie track that really got it. Like, oh,
It did.
got a lot of airplay. What she's singing about, I can barely hear what she was singing about. So I can't. I
I'm
don't
a
even.
songwriter, so I'm listening
So
to those lyrics first.
yes, I
I've
have no.
always listened to
I don't
people's
even know what the
lyrics.
song is about. I can remember the video with Terrence
It be the
Howard.
things that you accept, be the things that you regret. Like that line hit some females
Okay.
like, whoa. Like I know that I know when I hear a good song, she is a good songwriter. For her to be that young too, for her to write songs, lyrics that were that deep. So I do know that there was a connection with a lot of I have sisters, so I know that a lot of those lyrics resonated with them.
Mm,
And Summer Walker too. Her album. I mean, a lot of the songs I'm not gonna go into because they're very vulgar and explicit, but some of the songs are very relatable to the young females today. And so I think that's what carries her a lot. She's very relatable, and then she also has that like introvert, don't want to be bothered kind of appeal that I think a lot
mm,
of people are starting to. The more and more we get into the whole technology age, and the more we get more into technology and the internet and kind of being separated from everybody, I think that's kind of also become a thing too, where everybody's kind of like loners now. And so I think that she's kind of tapped into that. But overall, I was just really, it was a lackluster performance.
mm.
No, I mean, it just, she could have been washing her clothes and humming in like the laundromat. Like that's how boring it was for me. She just in a sexy dress, but it's
Yeah.
just so boring to me.
Okay.
And but again, like I said, I just that's my big pet peeve with a lot of the new artists, R&B wise, is
Yeah.
that they're very boring.
Mm,
I hate to use that word, but that's the word that comes to mind when I listen to their music, when I see their performances. It's very boring.
yeah.
When we remember the Genuines would get, and Cisco's would, I mean, be doing backflips and
Yeah.
somersaults, and they're jumping off stage, and they're singing to the women in the crowd. You had the Sierras, just doing all the 1-2
Yeah.
step, doing all that stuff. I mean, and then when you have the entertainment of today, it's just like it's so lackluster. No wonder nobody is checking for R&B. And rap artists, the hip hop artists are more interesting.
Yeah.
They are they're not singing live a lot of times, but they are more energetic on stage for the
Mm.
most part. So yeah, no wonder R&B has lost its allure and its connection with the youth.